on the details of the dill sites. All right, so these are the boutique type dill sites that I have used, or I have a friend that has used them, and I know this space. You guys, like, this is where I've been for so long in this space. Jane, you need a website. Go to Shopify, get a website. Shopify is like, I don't know, $30 a month or something like that. You have to have a website to be able to be featured on Jane. If you get into the top or the first page top on Jane, you can sell quite a bit. They take a 25% commission. One of their drawbacks is often products can get lost. They've got a ton of products on every single day. They do have categories, which helps, but just kind of watch out for that. They do have an amazing vendor portal, and you do your own customer service over there. I know Matt and Joe, the ones that I talked about quite a bit, they have been very successful with Jane. Brickyard Buffalo, that's another one. That one's kind of the, it's small to mid-size. And Brickyard Buffalo, they sell a lot of cute, trendy products. They take a 25% commission. You have a better chance of being featured because they're not as big as Jane. It's a great place to test your products, your pictures, your pricing, and a website is encouraged. I've had some people say they were able to get on without a website in the 0 to 100K system, and I've had some people say that they had to have a website. So I'm just going to say that the website is encouraged, but go ahead and submit anyway, see what happens. Sassy Stills, no website is needed. It is a small site, and the gals that run this are awesome. Like all these companies, you guys, they're good, honest, hardworking companies. They're good people. It's a small site. You have a better chance of being featured. You'll have smaller sales, but it's a great place to test your product. It really, really is. And I don't believe they have any minimums either. So you can submit small quantities. And they take a 25% commission also. Hey, National Dill Sites, Living Social, they recently-ish sold to Groupon. It was kind of a long transition, but it is, Groupon now owns Living Social. Okay, so here's the deal with Groupon. When you get products on there, it can run for a year or up to 3 years. Like, it is awesome. They don't take products off. They just constantly promote your products. They upload all your products for you, and if any way possible, if you can get people to your own site, you can collect emails. So one of my products is a personalized products, the pillowcases. They give vouchers, and then they come over and use the voucher on my site, so I get to collect their emails, which is awesome. Groupon is one that allows me to do that. The other ones, not so much. All right. They're going to ask for 50%, try and talk them down to 35%. When you do that, though, here's the deal. The more you make Groupon, the more they're going to feature you. So if you can build 50% to give to them, give it, because they're going to promote your product more. If you can't, try and talk them down to 35%. Next one. Here's the trend that's been with Groupon. When you get featured, it's slow the first week, and then it peaks super high for about 1 to 2 weeks, and you're on an absolute high, and then it drops down and averages out, which is pretty, like, it's a wild roller coaster fun ride. You can always offer a bump offer. So let's say, they have a deal. It's a $5 promotional they do once a month. So you can start with a $5 deal, but then you can say, hey, would you like to upgrade for the $10 deal or the $15 deal? And when I have done those, I average in the middle. So if I offer 3, like a $5, $10, and a $15 product, I average $10 cart values for that, which is awesome. Okay, Zulily. Zulily runs for 3 days. It honestly has 1980 technology for uploading deals. That's like my biggest gripe with Zulily. You think that they would have some awesome back end, but they don't. You have to upload a CSV spreadsheet, just an Excel spreadsheet to them, and then you give them Dropbox for your pictures. You have to get the pictures perfect, or they will deny them. Sometimes they will take the pictures for you, which honestly can be nice, but sometimes it's they come back with pictures and I'm like, ooh, really? Then yeah. So they've done pretty good in the past for me, but every once in a while I'll get a glitchy picture. So I like to send them the perfect pictures that I possibly can, because I know my photography is a little bit better than theirs. So depending on where you're at, If you don't have a photographer, send it to Zulily. If you do, use your photographer so you can get better lifestyle pictures. Okay, then you need to send them samples, which is fine. They just want to see what you have. They're picky because they want higher quality. Always offer a higher cost because they come back lower. That's every single time, every single product. We always go a third higher because we know they're going to try and bring it back down. And then they mark up your price at least 50%. Now, you don't tell them the final price. You tell them what you will sell it for. So let's say you really want to get $10 out of your product. On your website, you sell it for $30, right? And you want $10 out of your product. I would tell Zulily you'll sell it to them for $15, and then they will try and talk you down to $10. This is just an example. Then they're going to sell on their site for around $20. That's just what they do. But you get the bottom line price that you told them. And then there's other times where they brought that price down from 20 down to 15. And I've seen it like all over the board, but it doesn't matter because I get paid the same amount. And they pay for shipping, which is really, really, really cool. They charge all the shipping and they pay for that shipping. And then FYI, sales can be hit and or miss. So if I am on an event all by myself, has all my pillowcases are all one of my other products, I can do pretty well. But if I'm in an event where there's a whole bunch of products and I only have a handful of pillowcases in that event, then it's doesn't do quite as well. So there's just a little insider info on that. Okay, now here's the deal. You need to stand out to increase your odds of getting on deal sites. They get saturated. And so here are some tricks to help you increase your odds. You need to have pretty pictures. You have to have pretty pictures to do this. Remember, I've talked about it before, about if you don't have a nice picture or a nice camera, see if you can find a local photographer who's just starting. You can look on Instagram and do hashtag photographer and then your city to see if you can find a photographer that's just starting out, and you can do trade for product and get beautiful pictures for the cost of your product, which is a really, really good deal. They get the benefits of building their portfolio and practice, and you get beautiful pictures. Okay, pretty pictures, you need them. The next one, shy away from stock photos. Do not use phone pictures at all. Okay, look at the one that tags on the left. That was a stock photo. This is the Uline. I got these from Uline, and the left is just a stock photo. And then on the right, I know it looks a little bit blurry to me. Maybe it's just my screen right now. But you can see how we gave it life. We added twine to it. We put it on a glass of flowers, right? It gives it more depth. It gives it personality, and people connect to that more so than they would on the left-hand side. Here's another one right here. This is, I got these from Uline also. These were, I don't know, they're supposed to hold is that a gasket? I don't even know what that is, the red turny thing, right? That is, that's what I used to create these darling little Valentine's bags. We did a little red stamp on them, we put ribbon around them, and so we sold that vision instead of the stock photo right there. Another idea is to kit it. So instead of offering on the right the picture of that cute little girl with a headband and those flowers, maybe instead just sell the flowers in a group, the group of 10, and so people can create with it. And then you can sell the headband too, and a different offering. So they could get the flowers, or they could get the headband, or they could get both. So be a little bit creative with how you're approaching these deal sites. Next, more unique offerings. Try and figure out, instead of, if you go to like the trending deal sites and you see what's working and you see what's trending, how can you make yours a little bit better? If you're selling a shirt, can you offer a free pair of earrings? Use 8seasons.com to get earrings for like 2 pennies. Maybe not 2 pennies. Maybe it's like 3. But they're so cheap. So how can your offering be a little bit better? Is throw in something. make it a little bit unique and have it stand out from the rest of the crowd. All right, if you can understand margins, then deal sites can be very, very profitable. You've got to make sure you build in the 20 to 30 to even 50% into your margins. And if you can make that work, you could really have a good time on deal sites. All right, most of the time you will ship out for these deal sites, but you guys should not be spending any time shipping. Hire your neighbors, or if you don't have any neighbors or you totally don't trust your neighbors, shipzoom.com is my favorite shipper. They are located in Boise, and I think they're a fabulous, fabulous company. Okay, so let's do it. That's all I have to say on deal sites. Let me know if you have any questions.